What is your British English level? Has this question been keeping you up late at night? If it has, don't worry. Today you're going to find out your British English level and find out if you are extremely British or a little bit British. And stick around until the end for my scientific breakdown of your score. In British English, which word would you use to describe what is shown in this photo? Garbage, rubbish, or trash? The answer is, of course, rubbish. Garbage is used in American English and rubbish for British English. Question 2. What do you call this in British English? An elevator, an escalator, or a lift? The answer is a lift. In American English, this will be called an elevator, and an escalator is something different that has steps and it goes up or down. Question 3. What do you commonly call this in British English? Waiting in line, faffing around, or queuing? The key word here is commonly. So in British English, this is called queuing. You may hear waiting in line, but queuing is quintessentially British. And faffing around, well, you could be faffing around while you are queuing. So faffing around means wasting time. So the correct answer here is queuing. Question 4. In British English, what word fits the best? Can I borrow 20 bucks, quid, or ducks? The answer is quid. I'm not sure why you'd want to borrow 20 ducks, but each to their own. So the correct answer is quid. Question 5. Complete this sentence in British English. I'm just popping to the loo, washroom, or restroom. And the answer is loo. So loo is an informal word for the toilet or bathroom. Question 6. In British English slang, she looks tired, exhausted, or knackered. Now remember, the key word is British slang. The correct answer is knackered. She looks extremely tired. So if someone is yawning or looks very tired or has been doing a lot of exercise, they could say, I feel knackered today. Question 7. What do you call this in British English? Pants, trousers, or sweatpants? These are, of course, trousers. Pants is American English. Be careful if you say pants in the UK because this means underwear. So the correct answer is trousers. Question 8. When would a British person put on wellies? To go to sleep, going to a wedding, or when it is raining? The correct answer is when it is raining. So you don't want to get your normal fancy shoes dirty or muddy, so you would pop on a pair of wellies. Now, you could wear wellies to sleep, but it's not very common practice to do so. So when it's raining and it's muddy, maybe you're going to the park, wellies are the perfect thing to wear on your feet. Question 9. What is this commonly called in British English? A cell phone, a telephone, or a mobile? the answer is mobile. A cell phone is common in British English, but this is called a mobile, and I'm not sure if anyone calls this a telephone anymore, and I'm not sure if anyone actually has a telephone in their house anymore. It's more commonplace to have a mobile phone, and most people in the country, in the world, in fact, I think, have a mobile phone. Question 10. In British English slang, this man looks surprised, gobsmacked, or happy. The correct answer is gobsmacked. He looks gobsmacked. He looks shocked or surprised. Maybe something happened to you which was extremely shocking, and you make this expression with your mouth, and so you are gobsmacked. Question 11. What is the correct British spelling? It was a great to receive the award from the Queen. So we have different versions of spelling here, and I want you to choose the correct spelling. The correct answer is A, honour. So in British English spelling, it's very common to include the U. In American English, people would omit or remove the U. So the correct answer is A. Question 12. What might someone say in British English? Can you scoot up, scooge up, or budge up? The correct answer is budge up. This is a very common expression, and I use this expression all the time. If someone is sitting on the couch and there isn't enough space, I would say, can you budge up a bit so I can sit down? Question 13. What do you call these in British English? Sneakers, feet shoes, or trainers? These are, of course, trainers. Sneakers are commonplace in American English. You could say feet shoes, but people in the shop would look at you a bit strangely. So the answer is trainers. Question 14. Choose the correct British English phrase. Stop and subscribe to Learn English with British Harry. Faffing around, watching cat videos, eating ice cream. The correct answer is A, faffing around, which means informally to stop wasting time. Now, I'm sure you love watching cat videos, as do I, and eating ice cream, but the correct British English phrase is faffing around. Question 15. If a British person says, I'm feeling peckish, what do they mean? They are very happy, they are slightly hungry, they are feeling sick. Now, this is another common phrase that I personally use a lot, and this means that I'm feeling slightly hungry. Maybe I've had lunch and I'm waiting for dinner, but I'm feeling a little bit hungry, so I'm feeling a bit peckish. Question 16. What do you call this in British English? A sweater, a jumper, or a jersey? The correct answer is jumper. So here it's common in different countries to call this a sweater or a jersey, but this is a jumper. You can have a cardigan. A cardigan has buttons down the middle, but this is a jumper because it does not have any buttons down the middle. Question 17. Choose the correct informal British English phrase. Simon's bill for the cup of tea was £20. He responded with, you can't be serious, no way, you're having a laugh. Now remember, this is an informal phrase. The correct answer is you're having a laugh. So Simon can't believe the price of this cup of tea. It was only one cup of tea and it was £20. So he said to the waiter, you're having a laugh, because he can't believe the price is so high. Question 18. In British English, what does bangers and mash refer to? Fireworks and potatoes, sausages and mashed potatoes, crisps and dip. The correct answer is sausages and mashed potatoes. Bangers are the sausages and mash is the mashed potatoes. It's quite delicious, especially with some gravy poured on top. Question 19. What is the correct British English spelling? Ben, he forgot to take his brolly. So we have 3 different versions of spelling. I want you to choose the correct spelling. The answer is C. It's very commonplace in British English spelling to use an S. In American English, it's common to use a Z. Question 20. What do you call this in British English? A lorry, a truck, or van? The correct answer is a lorry. Question 21. The London Underground is commonly called the, in British English, train, subway, or tube. The correct answer is tube. Question 22. What might a British person say? I need to take the presents out of the boot, trunk, or car storage. The correct answer is boot. The boot is generally at the back of the car, and in American English people would call this a trunk, but in British English this is a boot. Question 23. What do you call this in British English? A crosswalk, zebra crossing, or crossing path? The correct answer is a zebra crossing. You will see these a lot in the UK, and there are no buttons, but the drivers must stop for the pedestrians to cross over to the other side. Question 24. What does the British English slang word mandem mean? A type of jacket, a fancy car, a group of close male friends. So mandem is a very, very informal word. It's a combination of man and them combined together, and this means a group of close male friends. Question 25. What would you call this in British English? A mall, a shopping centre, a shopping complex. The correct answer is a shopping centre. In American English, it's very common to call this a mall, but in the UK, this is a shopping centre. Now it's time for the bonus question. In British culture, you've been tangoed refers to be shocked or insulted, dancing the tango, or radio communication. The correct answer is to be shocked or insulted. I'm showing my age a bit with this question. Tango is a type of drink, and in the advert you can see a man dressed in orange running around, and then he slaps a man when he takes a sip of the tango to imply how refreshing the drink is. You can see this advert on YouTube. It was quite controversial at the time, and they changed the slap to a kiss on the cheek because it caused a lot of controversy, but the advert is quite funny, so you can have a look at that on YouTube. Right, so how well did you do? Are you extremely British or a little bit British? Well, let's find out. If you scored 0 to 9, you are still learning the lingo. You assume everyone in the UK sounds like the Queen or a character from Bridgerton. You believe queuing is optional and not a sacred British tradition. You're still traumatized by the first time you saw baked beans on toast. If you score between 10 and 19, you're almost British. You know chips are fries, crisps are chips, and biscuits are not cookies. You know cheers can mean thank you or goodbye. You apologize when someone else bumps into you. If you scored 20 to 25, you are a full-on Brit. You instinctively make tea in a crisis. You instinctively form a queue even when alone. You can say Leicester and Edinburgh correctly without hesitation. I hope you enjoy this lesson. Let me know in the comments below what your score was. I have created a fantastic free ebook for you. It contains 5 brilliant tips on how to improve your English straight away. And this has helped all of my students to improve their English. You'll find a link to download this in my description. To improve your English further, you need to improve your vocabulary. So test yourself with this test here.